YouTube. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. It's Iggy, MB5679. Future will be Truth or Die. Truth or Die. They won't let me change my name right now. Anyway, guys, I thought I'm gonna do a couple of these mainstream stories here and there whenever, you know what I mean. I just feel it's necessary. So, China sentences Canadian to death for drug smuggling. Okay, let's watch this video real quick. I haven't watched this yet, but I have read it. I read it on a different article. I didn't read this particular article, but I read this early this morning, and I was like, yeah, I better do an article. I better do it on that.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Great news for anyone who...
Now they're
I'm the one who delivers the news around here.
For drug smuggling in China.
Liberty Mutual has just announced that they can customize your car insurance so that you only pay for what you need. This is Phoebe Buckley, on location.
Thanks, Phoebe. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
So, we'll start with the two missing Canadians in China. What are you learning about that situation?
Well, there's been a few developments in the last few hours. It was just about 6 hours or so ago that the Canadian Foreign Minister, Chrystia Freeland, Rosemary, said that there were concerns about a second Canadian who seems to have disappeared in China. He'd been in touch with Canadian consulate officials as he tried to leave China. He was questioned by Chinese authorities and disturbed by the questions so much that he decided he needed to get in touch with his own country consular officials, which he did. He then disappeared. Now what we're hearing is from local media is that he is being investigated for activities which could endanger Chinese national security. They're the official words, which coincidentally or not is exactly the same words, the same term that's being used to describe the issues surrounding Michael Kovrig. So you've got two Canadians now being questioned by Chinese authorities, both about endangering Chinese national security. As you point out, this coming in the wake of the arrest of the chief financial officer, of Huawei, and also in the wake of threats by China that there would be grave consequences against Canada for its role in the arrest of Meng. Remember, Canada arrested Meng at the request of the US as part of the US-Canada extradition treaty. So Canada didn't really have a choice in this. They did what they had to do under the treaty. But it does appear, and we can only say appear at this stage, that China is taking out its anger, and there is a lot of anger in China about the arrest. At the moment, it's focusing that anger very much on Canada.
Okay, now, that's exactly my point. It's almost like they're doing this to this dude to play hard with trying to play hardball, man. And they just overruled this dude's life sentence into a death sentence. Man, that's messed up, man. A Canadian citizen in China has been sentenced to death after a court convicted him of drug smuggling on Monday, a move likely to further inflame tensions between Ottawa and Beijing. The Dalian Intermediate People's Court in northeastern China and Robert Lloyd Schellenberg was given a death sentence based on the nature and severity of his crime in accordance with the Chinese Criminal Code. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau criticized the ruling, which comes as relations have stained between the two countries following the arrest of a senior executive from the Chinese tech firm Huawei in Vancouver last month. Huawei. According to the court, Schellenberg was dispatched to Dalian by drug trafficking in November 2014 to orchestrate the smuggling of more than 222 kilograms of methamphetamine from the Chinese port city to Australia. What in the hell he was thinking, I don't know. This dude must have been getting big bucks if this is all true. Dude. This dude has to be crazy in some way, shape, or form to be smuggling through China. Oh my goodness. Bro, that's crazy, dude. I would never fuck around with China. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse my language. Seriously, I apologize. Whew. Where was I at here? Schellenberg and an accomplice bought tools and tires in an attempt to repackage the drugs before shipping them out in containers, according to the prosecution. The Canadian was said to have inspected the cargo, assessed the workload, and decided on a shipping date after his accomplice turned himself into the police. Schellenberg fled Dalian and was arrested in southern China on December 1st, 2014 when he tried to... What did I just do? When he tried to fly to Thailand, the court said. I am not a drug smuggler. I came to China as a tourist. Schellenberg said Monday before the verdict was announced. That's what I'm saying. He would have to literally have his marbles checked to do this, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. I didn't read this yet. So, my bad if I get a little surprised because I'm reading it with you guys. I read a different one earlier. And it was only like a briefing of it. It was off the Smart News app. It was like a briefing of it. And I was like, yeah, that's a good story. The court said Schellenberg is entitled to appeal his verdict and sentencing within 10 days. The court added that his rights to defense and translation were protected during the trial in officials' room. The Canadian embassies were in attendance. Schellenberg's uncle told CNN the family was in shock over the ruling. We don't know how much to talk about right now and what to say. We are all very heartbroken right now, and we are all in shock. We are just overwhelmed, Gary Schellenberger told CNN by phone. Schellenberg went to say the family is in close contact with Global Affairs Canada, but have not had any contact with his nephew. Trudeau, concerned amid rising tensions. Trudeau said the Chinese court decision was of extreme concern. It is of extreme concern to us as a government, as it should be to all our international friends and allies, that China has chosen to begin arbitrarily apply the death penalty in cases facing, as in this case, facing a Canadian. And I am absolutely with Canadians right now. I feel for every one of you guys, man. I'm 100% on your guys' side, man. This shit ain't right, man. This shit ain't right, dude. This is messed up. Now, I already know people are going to come at me left and right. Oh, what? You're distracted right now, and you're on the mainstream media, and this is all fake. And okay, but what if it ain't? What if it ain't? Okay? This is a drug smuggler. You're going to sentence him to death? And, to be quite honest with you, I believe him. I believe him when they just said that he just said that he didn't do this. He was a tourist over there. I believe him. Listen, guys. Stay out of China, please. Stay out of China. Do not mess with China. This is wrong. This is wrong. You don't get sentenced to death over drugs. I don't care how much it was. China is trying to send a message, basically, to everybody. They're sending a message to everybody right now. This is not just to Canada. Yeah, they got a problem with Canada. Something happened, and I'm sorry, I can't remember this off the top of my head, but something happened with Canada and China recently. And Canada had somebody from China, maybe? Something like that. Don't quote me, like they had did they have a Chinese immigrant? I just remember reading something about it. Where was I? Facing a Canadian. Oh, okay, hold on. Schellenberger was first tried in March 2016 and was convicted of being an accessory to drug smuggling in November 2018. Upon receiving a sentence of 15 years in prison, he appealed the verdict. That's what I'm talking about. And now they're sentencing him to death. I thought it was life. I read earlier, I thought they gave him life and then overturned the death penalty. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. Especially 15 years. Life and death is a big deal. But 15 years to death is even a bigger deal. They are using this dude. They're setting an example. That's what they're doing. A high court ordered a new trial in late December 2018 when the prosecution said they had uncovered new evidence to prove Schellenberger's principal role in the case. Oh, they're setting this dude up. China's setting this dude up, man. I don't believe it. Not for a second I'll believe this dude was a drug smuggler. Did you see him? He's not smuggling 222 kilograms of methamphetamine. Are you kidding me? This dude wasn't doing that. I can look at him and just tell. Schellenberg's conviction and sentencing came amid worsening diplomatic tensions between the two countries after Canadian police detained top Huawei executive Meng Wanzhou on December 1st. Meng, who is also the daughter of the Chinese tech company's founder, has since been released on bail pending an extradition hearing to the United States on charges of violating sanctions against Iran. Since her arrest, multiple Canadian citizens have been detained in China. See what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't read this. Something's going on. Something's going on with China and Canada. If you guys know, please fill me in, comment in the section. Remember, I ain't been on the streets that long, so whatever. If this is a couple months old, then that's why I don't know. I mean, you gotta take accountability of that, man. Been on the street 6 months. In an opinion piece on January 9th, the Chinese ambassador to Canada, Liu Shai, effectively confirmed that the detention of 2 Canadian academics was in response to Meng's arrest, raising further questions in Schellenberg's case. I recently heard a word repeatedly pronounced by some Canadians, bullying. They said that by arresting 2 Canadian citizens as retaliation for Canada's detention on Meng. Okay, so there it goes. That's what I was talking about. China was bullying Canada. The ambassador wrote last Wednesday in the Hill Times, a Canadian publication. I'm on my old phone and it's cracked screen, so I apologize. To those people, China's self-defense is an offense to Canada. If someone slaps you on your left cheek, give him your right cheek. They told us, but I have never seen them doing as they said. China severely punishes those caught smuggling or trafficking drugs, including foreigners. Anyone found with more than 50 grams of a controlled substance can face the death penalty. In 2009, Akamal Shakil, a British citizen convicted of carrying up to 4 kilograms of heroin, was executed by lethal injection despite fierce protests from the UK government and his family, who said he suffered from a mental disorder and was tricked into carrying the drugs. Come on, China. Come on, China. Why are you doing this to these people, man? Why are you taking shit that serious? Come on, China. China, come on. You ain't got to do all this, man. Seriously. He's going to learn his lesson with 15 years. Get a man his 15 years back, man. Don't take his life, cuz. Come on, man. That's crazy, man. I don't care how much drugs it was. And I don't believe he did it. I'm on Canada's side. China remains the world's top execution, according to the international monitors through the country does not publish detained statistics. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something here, okay? I put this story out because I've done time, alright? I've been a criminal. I am an ex-convict. And I've been in them situations, and all my shit is drug related. Yeah, I sold drugs my entire life, and that shit is wrong, man. These people, if this dude did do this, you don't understand. People are put in situations sometimes, man. Sometimes you just make a bad decision. Maybe he just made a bad decision and he tried to do it. He must have been making a lot of money to try to go through China. He must have been making a lot of money to make it to, if he made it to the other side. Like, maybe he did it before. Maybe he's like a pro smuggler, because there's no way no one's going to go through China on their first time. There's no way. I don't believe dude did this. Let me know what you guys think, man. Comment in the section. I'm sorry. Leave me a comment in the comment section. State your opinion. Do whatever you want. Everyone got their opinion here. Trolls, you want to hate a little bit? Go ahead, trolls. You can hate all you want. It's all love, baby. I got all love for everyone, man. I pray for everyone, man. Hey, man, say a prayer for this kid, man. Say a prayer for his family. Remember, he got a mom. He got a dad. He might have kids. Come on, man. He already been gone since 2014. Just because he's Canadian, he's got to do that, man. I'm sorry. I have a soft spot. I feel for people like this. So my prayers to this man, and I hope you guys can pray for him too, man. God bless everybody. I'll see you in a little bit. We're going to go live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It's an hour and a half. I might even go a little bit earlier. One love. See you guys in a little bit. This is... Say nah.